Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Last time out, it's the Vikings going up against the Cowboys.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings. And this will get out of bounds. No.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Cowboys are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Vikings, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught left side, Bennett. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Shift together here from the D-line. First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Now back to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Halfback sent in motion. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And the D looking like they may blitz. On third down, it's Prescott. Completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Throwing, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks. So a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And his throw is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And now running right through it. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. Prescott now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go now. 319. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll throw again from their own end zone. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Room here to run. Cook with a first down and much more. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play for the Vikings on third down. 54 yards on the ground. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a run with Cook. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was third and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own 1, so they're able to march it into field goal range and get 3.
I thought that was a very poised, dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone, yet you come out of it and put points on the board. Well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On second down, Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Whoosh. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Prescott from the gun on third. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They keep on the ground with Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Green 39! Green 39! Back out of that Philly, here we go!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down.
Here we go! Boom! Leopard! Leopard! Gone! No.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front, as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the D-line's going to spread out. A second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Play fake. Here's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. Oh, fancy running by Murray. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Prescott to throw this time. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. To the air again, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Left side, Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And checking in on what's going on up in the Meadowlands. And the Giants have extended their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So it's a third field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And out now come the Cowboys. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. And even 40 yards. They run the counter now on first down. Finding room to the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in him.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They run again on first down. Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. David Irving in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line. Off the play fake. Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Prescott now on second down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And Cook has it, left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And now a first down following that long gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll set up a throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The offense on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third and goal.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Big hold of the 30, and he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They are in the 4th in Buffalo, and the Bills have grabbed a lead late over Miami. A win would be their second on the young season. Now a handoff looking right. Shedding through the defense. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes the D swarming to the line. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings...